Well, hello everyone. We are back
If it's advice you
in
need, then
Jesus
advice
Christ.
I'll share.
We are not back in Jesus Christ. We are back in Starfield. So it's been a little bit, not a while, but just a little bit. Started my
You need anything, Blood?
Cyberpunk playthrough.
Nah, I'm good, Touche.
But we are gonna still continue this
by the
playthrough.
way?
So let's go visit everybody
She's
though.
doing great. She just looked.
Agent Koyos, at your service.
Why, hello.
What do you request of me? Serious inquiries only.
I don't have anything serious to talk about.
I could barely
Well,
speak.
what do you do here?
Mostly stand around waiting for someone to interact with me.
Oh, you're silly.
I am connected to the tracker database. So when a tracker either has or needs information about a certain target, they come to me. My directive is to assist trackers with any queries they have, and if desired, give advice based on the information we have compiled. No,
Cool.
it is a pseudo-acronym meant to emphasize my station as hardware and software. My programmer thought it would be clever, but clearly it goes over most heads. Koios was a Greek Titan god, born of Uranus and Gaia. He was known as a Titan of knowledge and queries. But I wouldn't expect you to know that.
I'm stupid. Okay. Goodbye. Let us see. He's got all kinds of things here. I can take them. They're not. That's a crafting item. I don't craft. But I really should, actually. Oh no, someone stole all your ammo. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even hit anything yet. Auto open. Does it do it again? It does. I wonder if that's a mod.
I've danced this dance with death for long.
Tank, how you doing,
You know it
man?
like I do.
Racking up a lot of bounties. Not as much
Thanks.
as you, bud. Still trying to get the hang of things. Plus, I still have to train for my next
Hello,
red
tree.
mile run. You know,
Who are
in
you?
case I decide to go again.
Okay, I'll talk to other people.
You're really gonna keep doing that? Seems like a waste to me.
You're always welcome to relax
Way
here
to
between
practice your
jobs.
skills and make some extra credits while you're at
Try to
it.
talk to this guy.
You should try
He
it
sounds like he's got a
sometime.
tummy ache.
Unless you're afraid you can't hack it.
Who the hell are you?
What?
Who's talking?
Me? Nah, I could do it with both arms tied behind my back if I wanted to.
Ha! Sure. How would you hit the button then?
I don't know. With my head if I have to.
Okay, big man. That's something I'd pay to see.
Well, think about it.
Okay. Hi, Sarah. Talk so loud. Now, what do you do here? Obviously, bartender.
Pull up a seat. There's no judgment here.
They're judging me. You sit stupid.
Well, you're a new face. Ain't every day we get fresh meat for the grinder. What do we call you, Tracker?
Grinder. Call me Night Stalker.
That's got kind of an old school noir flair to it. So,
Yeah, see, it's not cringe,
what can I
Sarah.
get for you, Night Stalker? Oh, where are my manners? They call me Two-Shot, or even Touche for short. Used to be a tracker in the field like you.
Touche.
But I traded in gunslinging for slinging drinks. I sell drinks to wet your whistle and other provisions you may need out there. So what'll it be?
Let's see. Let's
You know
try
it's sunshine. Who do you want to know about?
everyone. Actually, I don't want to hear about it. I hate your face. What's the story about Agent Number One?
There's no story there. That's kind of the point with any Agent No One. You gotta give up your identity completely
No
when you
one.
become leader of the trackers.
Agent No One.
That job comes with a giant target on your back. So, the less people know, the better. Agent No One is like a closed book. If that book were also glued, clamped, chained, and buried underneath an active volcano on the most distant moon of the most distant planet of the furthest star system.
What's with this guy.
Oh, she's been doing this longer than anyone, I think. She's old, but don't count her out just yet. Rumor is she was next in line for Agent No One, but turned it down after the last one was killed. She even brought the killer to justice. Word is, she just liked fugitive recovery a lot more. Or didn't want the responsibility. I lean more towards the latter. It makes more sense considering she's an agent now. Anyway, they used to say that the longer she bides her time, the more a fugitive has to fear.
Oh. What's the deal with Roach?
He talks a big game.
He
Even
used
has
to be
the
a
skills
horse
and stats
from
to back it up.
The Witcher.
But you probably also know as well as I do that he is fiercely competitive. You can either play into it or ignore it. He's not that bad once you get to know him. You ever wonder why he's called Roach, huh? It's because he seems to be unkillable. Not literally, of course, but he's managed to get himself out of some extremely sticky situations unscathed.
I killed roaches. What about the robot?
I like to think of Koyos more as equipment than anything else.
Well, that's
But
cruel.
it's still vital
He's
to our
a robot.
operations. I don't know who programmed it to maintain and access our database over short-range wireless, but it's secure from what I can tell. I just wish the programmer's attitude didn't show through. I could do without the sass.
What's the deal with
Oh, he isn't
Warden guy.
exactly the conversational type. Seems to enjoy the company of others, but not talking to them or interacting with anyone in any meaningful way. We just leave him alone and let him do his thing. He doesn't bother us, and we don't bother him. Other than that, I don't know much about him.
that you?
Seems to be a good tracker, though.
Actually, I hate your
Suit
face.
yourself.
Where do you get the name?
Funny
Douche?
you ask. Most trackers choose their call signs. So did I. Used to be called Solar Flare, but enough people started calling me Two Shot that it stuck. When I was out there, it never took me more than 2 shots
It's like
from
we're
my
at an anime
firearms to
convention.
bag my target.
Everyone's got
Thought I
cool
would have
names.
given it up once I retired from tracking to have a kid.
Cool,
I
not
pour
cringy.
such strong drinks that now they say it doesn't take any more than 2 shots to down a tracker. So, it's stuck. I'm just happy they decided to keep me on the payroll.
I don't want your stuff.
You tracked blood
Jesus.
over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely me.
You're
Well,
really making a name for
could you not?
yourself, I see.
Tired of cleaning
Am I?
up
I
after
haven't
you.
even done anything.
I mean, look at you.
Well, if it
This
ain't,
speck of blood on you.
Bob.
now what call
You
sign did you
clearly
take
know
again?
how to clean up after yourself.
For you?
Night
I will
Stalker.
try to be more careful.
Fancy yourself someone who catches them when they least expect, I take it?
Well, maybe I don't
Well,
have any
just
promises
out of
to
cool.
give
I
you
can
a
see
free
why you
glass to
take
drink
that
out of.
name.
How's that for you?
You got my seal of approval. Not that you need
Because
it.
I'm cool.
Name's
Yeah.
Bloodhound. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Bloodhound because you got a tail? I knew it. Got any good stories?
Loads. But let me tell you just one. So, I'm down at some ass-backwards moon outpost out in the boonies. Got this old feller in my sights who's wanted for thieving from Ryujin and the other big corpos. Now, he don't know I ain't gonna shoot him, but he's itching to do something stupid. Then his kids come out, and his grandkids form a circle around him. Turns out, he's stealing so they can all just have a life. I get it. So I let him go.
Good job.
Far as the corpos know, he's dead.
Warpos. We're back in Cyberpunk. Probably would have done the same.
Yep, I got cussed out pretty good. But sometimes, it's worth it to do some good in the verse.
The Omniverse. Got any bounty hunt tips?
Sure, I'm a veritable wealth of information. Anything particular on your mind?
How you doing?
How do
there?
you get such nice hair being so old? I think I'm good right for now. Just general tips, I guess.
Well, it ain't what I'd call hot tips, but they serve me well. Eat right, stay hydrated, exercise, just stay healthy. Don't hunt if you're sick. Last thing you want is an errant cough or sneeze to give you away when you're trying to use the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer the diplomatic approach. Just because we're all certified badasses who could easily lay out the toughest spacer punk doesn't mean you're not human. If you ask me, words are a tracker's most effective tool. You'd be surprised how far a little sympathy can take you sometimes. And failing that, most targets are cowards. They don't want to die. Exploit that fact when you can.
How do you deal with a target?
Now that's a tough one. Depends on the situation. If you can't convince them with words, you may have to rough them up and put the fear of God in them.
Yeah, got rough
I
'em up.
suggest you learn as much as you can about human anatomy and physiology. It ain't pretty, but there are many things you can do to a body that ain't lethal, but may cause someone to wish they were.
Well then.
You got it, Chief.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. I don't mind sharing a little about myself, but, not too much. I'm
Tell
no
me
agent
everything.
number one, but I'm still a tracker. Been a tracker for over 30 years. Before that, I was what you might call a freebooter. I won't tell you what I did, but sure as hell wasn't above board. Well, suffice to say, that life can weigh on your soul. After a few close calls and some introspection, I came to the idea that I could do some good instead. Of course, it's hard to translate those kind of skills to the workforce, so here I am. Always saw to it to bring in my targets alive, in case they have any similar revelations.
Always bringing your targets alive. Isn't that hard?
Yep, every single time. It ain't too hard when you've lived my life and seen the things I've seen. Folks deserve a second, third, even fourth chance. I'm
Sometimes.
living proof of that. Tell me, let's say someone puts a bounty on your head that you rightfully didn't deserve, or maybe you slipped up and had a bad day. You think it's right that they get to play executioner?
Of course. Good point.
See, you get it. And that's where I stand. I'm hired to bring them in, not decide their fate. Anyway, you're gonna do you, and I won't judge. But don't come crying to me if you can't reckon with your own demons.
Oh,
Good
cool.
luck out there.
I like to see the
Take a
bounty
load
cell thing.
off. Have a cold drink. Unless you have somewhere better to be.
I do. Who the are
if
you?
you're here to convince me not to kill again, you're wasting your time, old man.
How about that? We got a new tracker in the building.
Where?
Name's Stash, and I'm more than just a pretty face. You ever need my help, you can step right over here to my little corner and we can talk shop.
The name's
Whether
Dragon.
it's for business or pleasure, that's up to you.
I'd like to exchange equipment.
A tinker. I make, modify, and refurbish weapons and other equipment. For trackers only. But I don't do it for
Sorry,
free,
Sarah.
and I don't do it for credits either. I only take Astras. And you get whatever I give you. No questions, no special requests, no refunds.
But why? What are Astros?
I was hoping you'd ask. Back during the Narian War, there was some serious concern that the banks were going to fail. So some enterprising individuals took matters into their own hands and started minting their own currency, Astras, just in case the worst came
Oh,
to
they're
pass.
bitcoins.
Anyway, Astras are rare, but they're out there, still used in some black market circles since they're untraceable by any government.
What kind of equipment do you have?
Guns, melee weapons, lethal, non-lethal, suits, you name it. All with my own modifications.
Seems shady, but other trust you.
Darn right they trust me. The modifications are solid. My gear's always held up when trackers have needed it.
A tracker like you must have some great stories, huh?
Matter of fact, I do.
Am I just here
but
for
the most
stories?
interesting ones aren't from my tracker field work. Instead, I'm gonna take you back in time to my youth. See, I was a scrappy little neon street rat. I tinkered, built homemade weapons and armor made out of scraps I came across. You can imagine who might buy that sort of thing. That's right. Gangbangers and other lowlives.
Jesus, I'm dying.
I saw what they used these weapons for, but I had to make money, and it kept me safe from the gangs because they needed me.
They're big poop heads, right? Sounds like it was a tough life.
Well, I don't miss it, that's for sure. Good to be where I am today.
Let's see your equipment. Actually,
No, and yes. No, it's stash, like my mustache. Yes, it's kind of on the nose, like my mustache. Well, under it, but you get the idea. But yeah, it does work out like that.
There's a funny
doesn't
dude.
it? You're not the first to suggest it, and I doubt you'll be the last. And before you ask, no, I didn't grow the stash because I got a stash of goods or vice versa. Sometimes nicknames just stick.
your phone's ringing. Let me see what you got.
Look, I can't guarantee you're gonna like what I give you, but I can guarantee it'll work like a charm.
I just don't want. I get random things. I get a loot box.
Catch
No.
you around.
Carrying too much because I'm dying.
Well, hello, sunshine.
Why, hello.
Only if it's one of your deepest, darkest secrets.
I pooped my pants this morning.
Every time you say those things, it feels like I'm in heaven.
I knew you'd like that. A weirdo. I just want to trade gear.
Bring me anything useful?
That was weird. I want to get a helmet from your bag.
See you soon, love.
I'll see you later. Okay, now you got your poncho on. But you don't have the helmet I needed, so I think it's in the ship.
Oh, good. No one's driven you away yet.
Nope, not yet. Let's talk to this
You
guy.
must harden yourself against doubt, or succumb to its woes. I have seen death. I have seen tragedy. I have seen more beg for their lives than I can count.
Me too.
But what I haven't seen is a fledgling tracker seemingly so willing and eager to speak with me so soon after joining. What knowledge do you hope to gain from our interaction?
I just wanted to say hi. Mostly just wanted to introduce myself, yeah.
Indeed, a strong name. I am Yama. I borrow this name from the god of the dead, who judges
Whoa.
the souls I usher to him.
What kind of advice do you have for a new tracker?
I must warn you, my advice may not be palatable.
I can handle it.
I hope those are not just words. I strongly insist that you consider heeding my advice.
They are headed.
If you are given the choice between bringing your
headed.
targets in alive or dead, always choose dead. Criminal fugitives must be brought to justice, and the only way to truly serve that justice is to end their lives so that they can be judged fairly in the afterlife.
Nice. You're saying you never bring a target in alive?
Correct. A criminal fugitive is already trying to run from justice. They will do it again, if given the chance. It is in their nature. Would you allow even a slim chance that they escape again? Even if they turn from their criminal path, would you
if
deny their victims true justice?
They just stole beer or something? I mean, that's a little harsh. Under your belief, they would still face judgment at the end. They're alive. You'd rather bring them in alive. You're right. Let's see. Nope, I'd rather bring them in alive.
You put your faith in humankind.
Yeah.
When I have seen it at its worst. Simply put, we are fallible, and as such, so is our justice system. Even if you do not
Everyone's
believe in the
bad,
divine,
no one's good.
I doubt you could sleep well knowing a corrupt justice system allowed a criminal to escape when you had the authority to enact justice yourself.
Okay. You must have some interesting stories, huh? Let's hear it.
My stories are not for your amusement. But I will share one so that you may learn from my mistake. There was one time I decided to let a man live. He had a family, a wife, 3 children. He showed me a picture. They looked happy. He begged I let him live and spend the rest of his days incarcerated. So, at least he could see them occasionally and watch his children grow up from afar. He escaped from prison. He went home and murdered his entire family, and the family next door, and several others. By the time I found him again, he had killed himself, robbing me of the chance to pass him off to face his eternal judgment. Never again.
Cool. Can you tell me about yourself?
There is not much I wish to divulge. Whatever you have heard about me is likely true. I do not bring back my targets alive. I aim for brutal efficiency. I do not work well with others. You must know, I do not feel the need to appease or delight anyone. I take jobs no one else wants, and I always get it done. That is my value. May the shadows guide your path.
Yes. Well, these people are interesting.
If you're here to convince me not to kill again, you're wasting your time, old man.
That's a baseball. That's a baseball cap. That's a baseball bat. It's not a baseball bat. Let's talk to...
I don't mind these breaks and the silence.
Take this.
I'm here for you, my love. Oh, I love our little chats.
Me too.
You know how to make a woman feel special.
Junk money and he gives you high quality gear.
You gonna hit me? It was a joke.
That too.
I have no qualms.
Of course, I don't get what he
It was a prank, bro.
No one outside of him.
I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable.
Inevitable. So you're Thanos. I'm glad to. Honestly, I was more worried about...
I just don't think any of us believe it'll make a comeback after...
Man,
You're
they are
welcome.
still talking down there.
All I did was extend the invitation. You decided to follow through and brought yourself. I didn't choose to recruit you, but I did the research and tracked you down.
Sorry.
Surprisingly, it was not easy.
Being hard to find seems like a good trait.
For you, yes. A good tracker should be as a shadow. Elusive, unnoticed, yet ever-present. For me, let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not, what they once were.
Maybe not. Do you got a spider over there? It's like dead. What can you say about yourself?
Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent Number 1. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker.
Any advice for me?
Yes. Patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until I understood the value of patience that I caught up with him and finally claimed the bounty on his head. It's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark.
It's inevitable. Are you retired?
Not quite.
I heard you talking.
It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all?
I'm so scared.
Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker?
I'm rich enough to retire if I wanted to. No, you're living proof I can
Of course.
be done.
Just understand that I'm the exception, not the rule. This is dangerous work, even by your standards.
Cool.
Be well.
Be well. I'm gonna eat this.
Yama, you tracked blood in all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely.
Well, could you not?
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Always happy to hang with another tracker.
I mean, look at
Oh, hey.
speck of blood.
I heard we were getting a new
Clearly
tracker.
know how you
Nice
should
to
have
meet
acted
you.
yourself.
Call me Tank. Because there
Tank.
ain't no stopping me.
He's my
I'm new
best friend
around
now.
here, too.
Maybe I
But
didn't make any
if
promises
you've
to
ever
give
seen
you
me run the
complete
Red
plastic
Mile,
breakdown.
you
How's
know
that
I'm
work?
not just blowing smoke. Anyway,
I just
hit
ran
me
it.
up if you want to swap pointers. Or just shoot the shit, you know?
I don't want to shoot shit. That sounds gross. You're a rookie?
Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3.
Wasn't too
Heck.
hard.
Sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action.
Why do you, the other tank, what are the other I can't even read
Probably
that.
because I'm too friendly.
Whatever.
Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some time away from being a ruthless bounty hunter to be a real human being, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of it all? And it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real bad and deserve another chance. You need to remember, they're people, and not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached.
You wanted to swap pointers?
I don't know. There's gotta be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something.
I'd shoot him. Give him the opportunity and kill him.
I hear you. Don't want to be too hasty, but you gotta watch your own hide. Unfortunately, you gotta make these decisions fast, so I wouldn't want to hesitate too much. That's a good way to get yourself killed.
You ran the Red Mile? Oh,
I've been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs last I checked the leaderboard.
I ran it once.
Anyway, keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special when I crush their expectations. Leave no mercy, show... No, other way around.
Leave no shoes, have no feet. Roach is the last one. Oh, I guess.
Look what the
No one
Ashton
is last
dragged in.
Look what your face
Hey,
farted out.
Agent number 1?
Hey, Night Stalker. I brought in another
When am I
couple
gonna get
bounties.
another assignment?
Hope you're keeping up.
Itching to get back out there and
You
track
never
down some
even left.
bounties.
It is like I told you.
I did tell you I would, didn't I? Okay, fine. Been bounty hunting for a while. Before that, I was a line cook at a shitty little restaurant in Neon, of all things. Got no family, no close friends. In other words, no liabilities getting in the way of being the best tracker in the history of the Alliance.
Thanks for the clarification.
That's me in a nutshell.
See if there's anything you feel qualified
Shell.
to do.
I've completed 0 bounties. How do you stack up?
Bruh, you haven't even started. We don't count anything you may have done for the freelance bounty boards.
Okay. I thought you'd like me.
Well, you weren't that bad of a partner. You kind of grew on me. That and I need someone to compare bounty scores with. Was hoping you'd be game. All these other losers think it's beneath them or something.
You're on.
Great. I had a good feeling about you. You've got a lot of catching up to do if you want to even approach my numbers, but don't think I'll just stop and let you.
Bitch, I've killed 1,000 people. He smiled at that. Weirdo. Hi. Oh, that was it. What does...
After the Narian War, there were issues with extrajudicial vigilantism involving bounty hunting. The Trackers Alliance was formally established and sanctioned by the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies as a way to combat this growing problem. The governments of the settled systems hire us for our specialized skills and allow us to operate largely unhindered in exchange for holding us accountable. This mutual trust is rarely breached.
This episode's gonna be full of talking. Actually, it's not too bad, though.
Certainly. It's largely the same whether you're finding targets of opportunity with your scanner, taking on an elite tracker bounty mission, or going after a target of interest. After you've convinced your target to surrender, or subdued them through non-lethal force, you can register them with the system. Registering them lets either local law enforcement or a specialized tracker know to come transport them away.
Wow. Sounds like you have it all
Our
figured
system
out.
works pretty well for us.
Who are you exactly?
I am no one. By design. There has always been and always will be an agent number 1 to lead
By
us.
design,
Upon
he's
assuming
a
the
robot.
mantle, one loses all traces of identity, including all of one's records and history, even gender and voice. You can imagine, many would seek to do harm to one in this position. To protect family and associates, our identity is more than confidential. It is eliminated from existence.
You're a synth. Understand.
As a rank-and-file tracker, it is not a requirement, but it is advised, for the safety of those you know. For a leader, such as myself, it is an absolute necessity for the safety of the entire organization. Know that to attain my position of leadership, it was a combination of deeds, competency, professionalism, and above all, trust.
What's the difference between an agent and a regular
Agent takes
tracker?
on a more administrative role, whereas trackers primarily work in the field. Often, when time and age catches up with the tracker, they become an agent, as their experience and wisdom is valued, and it can be difficult to reassimilate into society. Both roles are equally crucial to our operation. Until you return.
Until you return. Okay, so yes, that episode is going to be uncut. All talking, but not too bad. I think their stories are very interesting. But yes, now we need to figure out how to, I guess, get a bounty.
I've been thinking about getting back out there.
I might not figure. I guess there's a mission board downstairs.
Work as an agent. You've helped us recruit some quality candidates.
Well,
Oh, someone left their ammo
isn't the
here.
rookie